Hello and welcome to History 2010. This is the dual enrollment section of American history to 1865. I'm the professor for the class, Dr. James McDonald, and we are going to briefly go over the course requirements, take a look at the syllabus and the Moodle page as well. So let's start with obviously Moodle right here. We're going to click on the syllabus, click some of the other attachments, but essentially all the content of the class you'll find here in Moodle. The textbook link is right here. You'll click on it, and what you'll need to do, and now this semester, dual enrollment students have access to the text. You're going to click here and establish credentials, a login with the publisher, and that would get you access to the ebook. Our textbook is America, a Narrative History, and we're going to be reading the first 14 chapters of that book. So let's take a look at the syllabus going forward here. My information is right there on the first page of the syllabus. You can email me, MacDonald. Make sure that you write your class 2010 and your section number 2IH in the email. If you want your email to be answered, then please write your section number, not just the class. I'm teaching multiple sections of 2010 face-to-face online. And so it's going to be a lot easier for me if you can actually identify what class you're in. So we mentioned the text. We have the class description and the objectives. We're going to be going fairly quickly from the colonies to the end of the American Civil War, and we'll discuss the requirements of the class. Obviously, you need to get the book. From the book, you get the study guide, and the study guide it leads to the exam questions. We're going to have in the course of the semester four exams. The first, best three, I should say, are going to be counted. So we're going to drop your lowest exam grade. So there's four total. They make up for 75% of your grade. They are all multiple choice, 50 questions. They're timed. They are open from Friday until Sunday. And you'll see all of that in Moodle. The other 25% of your grade comes from discussions, and those discussions are posted in Moodle, where you'll need to watch a short video. You'll need to analyze a primary source document, and then in your own words, answer that discussion. 150 words, written clearly, answered clearly. The expectations are right there in Moodle under the discussion board rubric. So I respond fairly quickly if it's during the morning hours for the most part, on those days where I have student hours, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. But once again, I'm going to remind you to please put your class and section number. Let's go back to Moodle for a second. Couple things, and this has to deal with the discussions. The discussions are 25% of your grade. Do not use any kind of AI aids when it comes to answering these questions. I'll be able to tell. So anything that comes out of Bard, Chat, GPT, so on and so forth, I'm sure they're always expanding. If you try to turn them in as part of your submission, they will not receive any credit. The same goes for anything that is plagiarized, anything that you cut and paste or used off the internet. I don't care if you find it fair and square off the internet. It is theft and you will get no credit for it. So please keep that in mind. I want the discussions in your own words. The discussion board rubric, meaning the requirements for it, are listed right here. Everything from the content, the quality of the content, and your writing and your argument, grammar and spelling all count. And so you don't want to treat this as kind of a text message. You want to treat it as a serious exercise that you need to complete. When we go into week one, you'll see that there's a few video links here. The first one is a short introduction of each topic we're going to be doing from the author of the textbook. So it sometimes requires you to click this more than once. Okay, so that gentleman is Dr. Shai, our textbook author. These are helpful. They're only a few minutes long. They're not like you're watching a documentary each time. So when you see these at the top of every week, it's going to be a good way to say, all right, I'm reading chapter 1. What are the topics? What are the major issues? And you can click on those short videos. So you have reading for the first week, and you'll also have a study guide, which you click on, and it looks like, go back down to that particular area. There we go. Oop. And so what you see here is a study guide for the first 3 chapters. Exam 1 covers chapters 1, 2, and 3. So as you're reading, you can work on this. You don't have to turn it in back to me, but it's just an aid for your test prep. So you'll see one of these for every exam, and they'll be open way ahead of the exam because you need to be working on it as you complete all of the reading. See, there's a couple extra short videos in the first week that's done by one of my colleagues. And I want you to take a look at these as well, the American geology and the American topography. Again, short, but for the most part, you'll have your first discussion topic based on one of the crash course videos. So in week 1 here, you'll watch it. And they're 12, 15 minutes. But you watch that video. And then when you get to week 2, you'll answer it right here. Now here's the question that you need to answer, the 2 questions specifically. So you click on this, you add the discussion, you write out your 150 words. It's in your own words. Let me remind you again, no do-overs. Here are the instructions. I've given them to you. Make sure you complete them correctly. A couple other short videos here that have to do with the chapters going forward. And essentially that's it. Most of the time, the discussions, which are due on Friday, those discussions are usually paired with the resource. Let me scroll down. Sorry if this makes your head spin a little bit. Week 7, you've got the discussion topic, which is an actual speech, so it's a primary document. And then you have your answer right here. So you work on those 2 together. Very straightforward. And in week 4, you've got the exam. You can see that the exam is open from Friday to Sunday, and it's specifically due at the end of the day on Sunday. So again, very cut and dry, very straightforward. Your first discussion is due at the end of the second week. So turn those in on Friday when they're due. Every day that they're due, they come in after Friday, you're going to lose a letter grade on it. So they're due Friday, not the following Wednesday. So we're going to stick to the due dates this semester. Let's go back to the syllabus. All of the NSU required syllabi statement are right here. You can scroll through those and read them whenever you like. And then, again, keeping it very simplified, here's the course schedule. This is where you see what you've got to do in a given week. Get your reading started, week 1, week 2, continue reading and do the discussion all the way to the end of the semester. The difference, obviously, between right here, the syllabus in Moodle is that Moodle is where you get everything done. This is where you complete the work. It's where you submit the discussions. It's where you take the exams. So Moodle will have what you need to do in a given week, but if you're ever just wanting to double check, go ahead and make sure that you pull up the syllabus again, and that'll be up there all semester. So once again, this is all very straightforward. The class is designed for you to succeed. Make sure you do the reading. Make sure you do the discussions. Oftentimes students do well on the exams and then they forget to do the discussions or they don't do all of them. Make sure to complete them when they're due and you'll do great on them. 150 words in your own words. If you do well in all of them, it's like getting like a test grade that'll help your average. So we're taking 4 exams and we're going to drop the lowest plus your discussions. And that constitutes, for the most part, your grade. That's everything that we need to cover. So I hope you enjoy the class. This is a college level class. It's going at a fairly fast pace. It's not a free-for-all. It's structured. So we're going to have the assignments open 1 week at a time. so that you can get everything you need to finished. If you have any questions, concerns, or problems, don't hesitate to reach out and drop an email. Just make sure you put your class and section number in the email to me. So have a good fall semester, and I hope you enjoy the class.